we Googled 15 best interview questions, and
Inc. Magazine.
Inc. Magazine. Shout out to Inc. Magazine.
15 favorite interview questions to completely disarm job candidates in a really good way.
Okay, so you can't look at these then.
Right, and so when I interview you next...
No, we're not. I'm just interviewing you. They don't need to know me. It's all about you. It's Alanna's world. We just living in it.
Hi, I'm Alanna Mizell.
And I'm her better half, Stephen Mizell. And this is the Mizell Show,
where we take our regular life moments, transforming them into motivation,
helping you crush your goals and leave a little bit more inspired.
Join us for the Mizell Show
right now. All right, so guys, Inc. Magazine, 15 favorite interview questions, and we're going to kick it off and let you learn a little bit. But before we start, though, I want you to get to know our interview candidate. So, Alanna, who are you and where are you from?
So, I am originally from the great state of New Hampshire. I was actually born in Massachusetts, but grew up in Keene, New Hampshire, small town. Don't Google it. The only thing there is pumpkins. Anyway,
they shut down your pumpkin festival, though.
Okay, don't start. We're not going there right now.
Okay.
So I graduated from high school there, Keene High School. Go Blackbirds. Came to the University of Memphis. Fun story. I actually had never seen campus until orientation day.
And we're not going to show your age. It was like Google, like you just
Google
came.
Was there.
Google was there, but oh, sorry.
Yes, Facebook was there.
But but colleges weren't like booming.
Instagram wasn't there.
But colleges weren't booming on Facebook. And like you just pulled up.
I just pulled up. Straight, just pulled up. I also, so I got to the University of Memphis. I knew one person by the time my dad left and dropped me off. All that to say, I've graduated from the University of Memphis. I have an undergrad in fashion and home furnishings with a minor in marketing. It's a very long title.
Very long title. Come on, you can't see your degree without shouting out Peggy.
Oh, the Peggy Quinn.
Yes, Peggy.
My girl. She still haunts me to this day, but she's the best. Anyway, I graduated from there, and then I've had a few jobs. One of my favorite positions I've had was I was the director of admissions at Harding Academy, a local private school here in Memphis. And while I was there, I actually got my master's in strategic leadership, focusing a lot on chief diversity officers and the profitable implementation of one, yada, yada, yada. Did that while also being a mascara beauty artist and selling 3D foundation, which is my calling. So my calling is to help women and people in general feel more beautiful in the skin that God gave them. So that's what I do now, along with having two beautiful babies and being married to this handsome stud.
Oh, thank you.
I say that in an interview.
You're saying that because you want
me to get the job?
You already have the job.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I don't know. Let's see you answer these questions.
Let's see if there's 15 questions.
First question.
Number one.
You can't be looking at it.
I'm so sorry.
Lean back.
I cheated.
She all up in it.
Lean back.
No.
Copyright. Easy.
Like age. You think our audience knows about lean back and Fat Joe?
They better know about Fat Joe.
Oh, goodness. All right.
The question is, should I have been listening to it when I came out?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I know I listen to stuff in Keene, New Hampshire, though.
We got nothing to do.
True. All right. What is the hardest thing you've ever done? Personal or professional?
Ooh.
Besides pregnancy. I think having a child is probably pretty hard.
Getting to the child is the hardest part.
It's true.
So the hardest thing I've ever done. The hardest thing I've ever done is battle postpartum depression. So I was blessed to have somebody in my life who had also previously battled postpartum depression and was very open and vulnerable about it. So I knew sort of what it looked like, but I fully believe that without her, I would not have gotten the help that I needed and wouldn't still be getting the help that I need today. So that's probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
All right. And how has that shaped your journey? Because this happened post-Briggs, so how has that shaped your journey over the last 18 months?
Almost 20 months. Is that
it says follow-up. It says follow-up to that number one.
So that has shaped just my platform. So I sell makeup, but my platform itself and the beacon that I'm able to use is my infertility struggles, is my postpartum depression, my anxiety, the fact that I'm married to a black man in a segregated world. So it's all of those things. So being able to vocalize and use those things to help women realize that even in their depression and their anxiety, unfortunately, I do believe that God gave us those things to realize that our strength does not rely on ourselves, but relies on Him.
Ooh, girl.
And
you take
that's
us to
a
church.
long process to get there.
Yeah.
But I'm able to utilize my social media and the connections that I have with my customers to help them see
I need you
that.
to pause. Can you say that again? You feel God allows that for what? That was heavy. That was really good.
Well, I don't remember exactly what I said.
Oh, goodness.
That's what happens.
I think you said God allows us to have anxiety and stress and depression to help Him.
To realize that.
No, you got to say it all now.
Oh. God allows us to have anxiety and depression to help us realize that our pain and suffering is not reliant on ourselves, but is actually reliant on Him.
Yes, that's it. See, that would have got you the job right there. You just said, "Oh yes, sign me up." That was beautiful.
But there are so many women that just think that they themselves can battle through it all alone, and they're not alone. There are women that also go through the same things or similar things and can at least relate to you. And without having the struggles of infertility, anxiety, depression, traumatic birth, all of those things, even having biracial children in a world like today, without being able to be vulnerable and vocal about it, the women that I'm able to impact would be non-existent.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, number 2. We might not get through all of these, but we're gonna roll through them.
We'll try.
Number 2. When have you stop looking
I'm so
at
sorry.
it?
It's like cheating at the cards when you're playing poker.
Exactly. Because you stay cheating when we play Uno.
You laugh.
When have you experienced stellar customer service? And how did that make you change your view of that organization?
Ooh,
That's heavy.
that's a good one.
It's a really good one.
Stellar customer service.
And changed your perspective on that organization or company.
I gotta think on that. Stellar customer service.
Have you bought anything offline lately?
That's
or,
what I'm
okay,
like.
yeah.
So I'm pretty.
I can think of a company that you got some stellar customer service.
Who?
What's it? Pardon me if I butcher this. Great Gray Shop or?
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay.
So she's a local. I was thinking like big scale. She's,
no.
Christy's a local polymer clay. I think that's what she makes out of earrings, and she lives in Mississippi, so really close to us in Memphis. If you're not familiar with the geographical landscape of Tennessee, but she's just so authentic and so real. And I have custom earrings made for my teammates, depending when they hit certain ranks and things. And she didn't even second question what I was doing. And there's so many other businesses that would just be like, I can't do that.
Or they would chime in and tell you how to do it. It's like, no, I'm placing the order. Like,
right, like, and just be like, that's not going to look good. And that's not what she does. It's just how courteous she is and how she approaches things in life. And she appreciates every time I buy a pair of earrings from her. And you know her and you know that they are truly made with love and she cares about what she does. And she's just top notch.
She is. But I think you also got to say the correct pronunciation of who she is, because I butchered it.
Grant Grace Shop.
Perfect. Yes.
So she's a Christian-based organization that believes in granting grace. And she does that in everything that she does. And don't worry, I haven't just asked for one custom pair of earrings. There's been a few.
Yeah.
And she just says, absolutely. I'm like, I love you, which is also toxic for my ability to buy things, but
yeah,
she's awesome.
And you're very good about buying things. So you've done the gamut in terms of customer service, and it's good.
I have a few pairs from her.
Yeah, but you also have a few nightmare stories of customer service, because
I have that's what I thought of first.
A different part of you comes out
yes.
in terms of customer service.
Yes, I grew up in a household with a salesman, so I expect a level of customer service.
And also that means that if anything goes wrong, Alanna makes the phone call and not Steven. So call that out, call it where it is. All right, so number 3, what is your personal definition of success?
Did you know that I sell makeup? Not only do I sell makeup, but the makeup that I sell is 3D makeup, which allows you to highlight and contour your face in a super simple, compact As a mom, I could not survive without my simplified routine. Not only that, but it's exactly what you need. Exactly when you need it, all in one spot. Go ahead and check out Alanna Mizell on Instagram or alannamizell.com to learn more.
I think my personal definition is currently developing because I have this phenomenal therapist. I am pro therapy, anxiety, depression.
Therapy's
survivor.
good.
Therapy's great. And I would say pre-COVID, my definition of success would have been, and I'm still battling with, a sales volume and a stature and a rank within my company. So a promotion level and how I am seen by the outside world. And now as I develop in therapy, success for me is realizing my humanity. So realizing that shame and putting my own self down for human-like things. Like when I get tired, I shame myself in feeling that is wrong. When humans get tired, God got tired and rested on the seventh day. So to think that I should not be tired is to say that I am stronger than God. So to me, that is a different kind of success. And that is the success that personally I am striving towards. I'm striving towards a level of success that people get to see my humanity and realize that that doesn't change who I actually am. Nothing I achieve from a sales volume, from what my kids do, from the way my house looks, and things of that nature are as successful as my ability to be vulnerable and show my humanity.
That's a great answer. And it's an answer that hasn't come easy, but I think that is beautiful.
It's not there.
Yeah, it's continuing
It's a daily thing.
Yeah.
And even recently, we talked about how there are different things that happen throughout my day that I literally mentally go, yes, that's important to talk about. No, it's not. Yes, it's important. No, it's not. And that's how I go through my day. I don't generally talk to people about negative things that happen in my day because I was raised to have a positive outlook. So unless it's significant to me, it doesn't get communicated to, which doesn't allow people to know me. It allows people to know what I've done and how I've succeeded from a worldly perspective.
It's heavy, but it's beautiful, and I think it's a.
Now we just got to work on it and believe that we can get.
But you said that this is a work in progress from my definition, and I think it shows that you're striving to figure out a different way. All right, question number 4.
Oh.
Tell me about a time in your professional career you saw a change needed to be made. What needed to be changed, and how did you go about changing it?
Oh, okay. So February. In my professional career, we'll use mascara as the example. So I have been blessed that sales have happened. My team has grown without much effort. And then came February, and I decided, I texted my upline and one of the girls that's a direct of mine and said, hey, I need you guys to hold me accountable. I've decided that I'm not going to just sit in my bed and watch TV when Briggs goes down for a nap. Because at this time, I had him every day. I'm not just going to sit there and watch TV. I'm going to actually work. Month of February. Since the month of February, that was the turning point in my career. Since then, February, we are in October as we're filming this. That is 8 months. In 8 months, that is now my mentality towards my business. And my business has now tripled. All because I took the time that I had, the 2 hours that he napped, and said, I'm going to make something of myself, and realize that I am worth the work during nap. So yeah, I would say that was it.
That's good. How's that? And is it continuing?
Oh, I mean, I generally don't watch TV, but now it's reversed like that. It's okay for me to occasionally watch TV. Now I'm like, oh, I got to go do something. Like it's what I do now.
All right, so we're going to hone this in. I'm going to choose a couple more questions.
Because there's 15.
There's 15, and you're giving us some great answers.
Thought nuggets.
All All right, next question. Oh, this is a good one. Up to this point in your life, what achievement are you the most proud of besides marrying me?
Oh, that's not fair.
No, I don't know. I just threw that last piece in.
My biggest achievement.
Biggest achievement you're most proud of.
My biggest achievement is just the environment and the nature that we are trying to build for our kids. We are trying to foster a world where they can communicate with us and tell us what they feel like without being ridiculed with their feelings. We are trying to foster a world where every morning we pray before we actually start our day and go to school. Those type things are my greatest achievement, because what we've learned in 2020 is that there is nothing more important than your family. And if we cannot have the lens of communication open with our kids and with each other, then we're not actually achieving anything. You're just going to end up spinning your wheel. And we're not using the gifts that God has given us to benefit the world. So we have so much knowledge in our heads because we are continuous learners and continuous readers, us being Stephen and I, that if we were to hold on to that and not communicate it to our kids, we're not having the ripple effect that God wants us to have. So then our kids are actually going to bring it to their classrooms. They're going to bring it to their homes. They're going to bring it onto college campuses. Imagine the impact that they can have if we are helping to fine-tune their ability to communicate, especially in a world when communication is through text messages.
Yeah.
If those two kids are able to affectionately and effectively communicate to the world, they're going to far surpass their peers.
Yeah. And we, as communicators, clearly we're starting a podcast. We have a podcast. We love to communicate, but communication is still in 2020 the key to success and key to life. If you're able to show your kids or your family, like you're saying, and not just talking, but the nonverbals, all that stuff that we're trying to pour into them is important.
And even being able to get to where you and I in the world can have achievements, can have discussions that are heated. We can talk about diversity and segregation and have a heated discussion, but understand that no matter how awful it may be, there is a viewpoint from either side. And for them to be able to have a discussion and not an argument and have a confrontation that they can handle and get on the other side, that is achievement. And I've even seen Adele be able to do that. Adele's our oldest, and she's going to be 5 in January. So that is my greatest achievement. My greatest achievement is the environment that we are creating for our children.
That's beautiful. So we got time for 2 more questions. Two more questions.
Okay. Depending on how long I answer one of them.
We could fit 2 in there.
Okay.
Tell me about a time where you felt like a hero and why.
A hero?
A hero.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like you saved the day, but like a warm, fuzzy feeling because you did the right thing.
So,
when you hear the word hero, you automatically think like you jumped out and saved the cat from being hit by a car. But I'm like, what have you done? I know you've done a lot of things that you really felt that warm, fuzzy feeling like that was the right thing to do.
okay, so there's an organization here in Memphis called the Dorothy House. And it's an organization that brings families into homes, and they live in community with each other. Typically, there's about 3 families, depending on the home. There's 3 houses now. So they're getting families off the streets of Memphis. Typically, they have children, and they help to revitalize them. All that to say, I helped organize some of the coaches' wives with the University of Memphis football team to go there and actually clean the homes. This was last year, pre-COVID, when we could actually go in there. And the heroism came that those kids got to come home to a clean house. And the heroism came that it didn't cost us money. It was the hands and the body that we were giving that allowed them to live a better life.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful thing we were able to do last year. You guys went to 2 of their locations, and the Dorothy House is doing some great things. And they literally bring families who are coming from like maybe lost a job, sadly domestic violence, and putting them in a safe place until they're able to get on their feet.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful act. Just to clean the house and let them come home to a clean house was huge.
Yeah. So, and we'll put their information in the show notes. I'm sure that they've got things that they probably need, and they do a Christmas fundraiser every year. That's really cool.
All right, last question. If you could be any flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, what would you be and why?
Well, I have a favorite.
Well, is it a favorite or like would you be a mixture of chocolate and like if you were to pick a Ben & Jerry's?
So I would be.
And Ben & Jerry's from New Hampshire, or maybe
they're from Vermont.
Oh, so close to you.
They're from Vermont.
Because us in the South, everybody up there is just together. Like it's convoluted. If you ask somebody from Memphis, where's Vermont, New Hampshire, they couldn't point on the map. I'm sorry. No,
that's not true. Some people could.
Bro, everything up north looks like it's like New York, and everybody just
there were a lot of people that asked me if that was in the United States when I moved downtown.
I'm dead serious.
Like,
in the
we're
South,
up there though, aren't we?
If you point a map and you try to point out like where's Delaware and Vermont and New Hampshire,
you're about to make some people mad.
I'm just being honest. I probably can't even do it right now. Well,
yes,
maybe.
You could.
I don't know.
Yes, you could. Okay. So what flavor of Ben & Jerry's would I be?
And why?
I would be the non-dairy.
Non-dairy?
Cookie dough.
Okay. Why?
1, because I think it tastes better.
Okay.
2, because it's on trend to be non-dairy. And I feel like I'm pretty on trend.
You pretty on trend?
But like, I guess not compared to some of the football players. Some of the words I'm like, I don't know what they just said.
No, you're definitely out of the look.
I show my age.
You show your age.
But like generally speaking, I'm pretty on trend.
But yeah, you're sweet, but still a little healthy. You know,
right?
You have your moments.
And cookie dough because they don't have that many flavors that I've had. But cookie dough because it's kind of like, are you supposed to be eating this? Or are you going to get salmonella? Kind of a little bit of living on the edge.
Okay, I was thinking you're you're edible, but you still have some baking to do. Like, you know, cookie dough is like you can eat it, but it tastes better when it's like
you went real fancy.
I went real fancy.
Philosophical, and I just went like, that's my favorite.
You said salad. I was like, whoa, I wasn't going there with that one. That was heavy, but
really, my favorite flavor is half baked.
You love some half baked.
I love some.
What is even in half baked? Here we go on a tangent about Ben & Jerry's.
Chocolate and vanilla, and then has brownies and cookie dough. It's like and.
This episode is not sponsored by Ben & Jerry's.
It is not, but you might need to go get some.
You'll get some after this.
And Ben & Jerry will be grateful.
It would be great.
They actually have a podcast.
Ben & Jerry's?
They do. It has to do with racial tension and things like that. Because one of them got arrested.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also, Ben & Jerry's, shouts out the one in Memphis, actually stayed open during COVID. Like
they sure did.
And we were there. We were there and out of there, but we went there.
But we participated.
Yes,
in
we
the eating
supported
of the ice cream.
Exactly. Well, this has been the interview of Alanna. I think you guys got a chance to learn a little bit more about her. Of course, you'll learn more as we crank out some more episodes, but it gives you a good overview. So thanks to Inc. Magazine with some of these questions. We didn't get through all 15, but we got a lot though. We got a lot out of her.
Another day we'll do the rest of them.
You know,
Who knows?
she's
and if you guys
she's
do
pretty
like,
spectacular. Okay, go ahead.
But if you guys do like this episode, please be sure to go onto iTunes and write a review for us. We would greatly appreciate it. And then also screenshot this episode, share it to your Instagram, and just tag us at The Mizell Show. Thanks, guys.
Are you loving The Mizell Show? Well, we love you all. And did you know that you can have me and Steven talk to your team or a group of 25 of your friends? All it takes is 25 people showing up on either a Zoom call, a Facebook Live, or really anywhere. Hopefully in person sooner rather than later. But how do you get us? So all you have to do is email themizellshow@gmail.com, or you can direct message us on Instagram @themizellshow.